This is George Alec. You could say George is the new kid in town when it comes to landscaping in the region.
I bought my business license back in April, and I picked up in around July.
Although things are going well, the path to owning his own business hasn't always been this green.
I was stuck with an addiction and alcohol, and every place I went to, it doesn't matter where you go. Like my uncle said, it doesn't matter where you go, there's always going to be drugs and alcohol there. So it's like, and it's not, instead of renting for them, it's like, oh, let's deal with the problem.
Up until 2 years ago, Alec was homeless, sleeping at times on the streets of Pandora Avenue, addicted to drugs, suffering from alcoholism, and coming in and out of the justice system. It all seemed hopeless until he met Sandra West.
Are we just going to like sit around drinking ourselves to death, or like what are we going to do? And I said, well, I want to be happy and have a family. And he was like, well, that's what I want to do.
And that's exactly what the couple did. George went back to school, then their daughter Gloria was born, and now he's starting his own company with another baby on the way.
Say hi, baby.
For Alec, his business is not just about making money to support his family and living a clean life. He wants to change the narrative around homelessness and addiction, proving that people in recovery can be a productive and reliable part of the workforce.
So what I was doing is showing people how to when they stop using drugs and then alcohol, they need that filler. So it's called that, they show them how to release that self-dopamine. That's the best high you can ever give somebody.
It is a challenge that can only truly be understood by those who have lived it. So for somebody like George, how difficult is it to get to the position that he's in now?
It's extremely difficult, and I think people don't always realize the steps and the process it takes to get the help. It's such a massive, courageous feat, and to be able to jump through the hoops and wait lists and barriers, anyone that goes through that process deserves a ton of credit.
For Alec, he is not one who looks for credit, but rather one who seeks positivity even in the darkest of places, hoping he can make room not just for a brighter future for himself and his family, but for those struggling around him.